Evening, guys and gals, or everyone on YouTube, I should say. Hope you're having a great day. I won't even go into my week or two. Seems strange streaming on a Friday. Even though I used to stream on a Friday, every Friday in this time slot with Echo, it's just different, I guess, because he's not here. But how you doing, Colt? Kingpin come in, did a thumbs up. Appreciate it, Kingpin. I'm gonna. I hate repeating myself, in streams, but some of us do, and I'm gonna do it. We're gonna set this thing up again, and I'm gonna try my best to slow down because I tend to do everything fast. Maybe because I was in manufacturing. I don't know. Maybe it's my nature. Who knows? But hey, Ronnie, Reloader762, appreciate you dropping in, man. I was actually looking at some of the head stamps on this, and some of it's just Remington 223. I typically cull those out because a few years ago I bought a, five from the guy called Brass Man. Hey, Brutal Bob, good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're healthy and all your surgeries are healing well. But anyway, a while back I bought some, I don't usually separate brass, typically 223556, but I bought some from Brass Man years ago. I think $50 for commercial brass. I think it's all one brand if I remember, but I got it over here labeled in a container. But occasionally if I go through this stuff, and I just happen to be looking at the head stamps, and I said, I think I'll hold a few of these back. And I think I may stick them in with a Brass Man or another thing. But ordinarily, I just mix them. I don't really worry about if it's commercial, or 556 Lake City or Remington or Winchester or what, really. But I want to do this thing again, set it up, but I'm going to kind of take my time at it. Because you can't beat the instant indicator. It is a good product. I think you got one, Colt. Bob may have it. But it's good. I have it in 223 and then 308. Like I said other week, if I had to do over, I don't know if I'd buy it, but especially with today's prices. But in the day, I got it, like I said, $139, no tax, free shipping, and probably 30% off. They used to have some big sales back then, at Brownells. I mean, they had sales constantly in those days. And no tequila. I don't typically drink anything. This is Sprite in my Don't Tread on Me cup. But let's see. Yeah, he's okay. You got it in 308 and 22.250. I've never shot that round, Colt. That 22.250. I've heard of it, but I've never shot it. I've never shot a 25-06 either. But I hear they're a good round. But we'll set this thing up and just kind of sit back and talk, and I'll try to keep my eye over there. I do have to take this camera. This is a good camera. It's a Sony. I mean, you can tell even the colors, everything's way better than what it used to be. My lighting's so-so, but I think I ordered a Canon coming here. So I got a Canon on the way. I'm going to eventually probably set up two cameras. I can set up two cameras in OBS, but I cannot use two cameras in StreamYard unless I pay, I think it's their $50 fee. And I'm not going to pay the $50 fee right now, even for 1080p. I did it one time, I think, for 30 days, and I dropped it. But I got a lot of bills I got to pay off and stuff for the car I've been doing. And then I also bought gunsmith gear here. I got a couple more things. I got a field gauge coming. I'm hoping next week. Forester field gauge for 223556. So what else I got? Rock set, got that coming. And I got a couple of dimple jigs, 625 and 750 gas dimple jigs coming from SLR, probably from Optics Planet. I just hadn't ordered them yet. That and a couple of gas blocks. I'd like to get the Aero Precision adjustable gas block for the, especially for the 6.5 Grendel upper build. That thing's like 60 something, maybe 50 if you're lucky, but 60 something bucks for that joker. I don't want to pay that. A lot of money. I may end up doing it though, before it's over. But once I get the jigs, I'm that and a couple of gas blocks and one more gas tube mid-length. I'm ready to build 2 entire uppers, a 223-556 upper, and I have the choice between Faxon 16-inch SOCOM barrel or the Criterion Core Series 16-inch barrel. I wasn't going to keep that barrel. I've told you all this in past streams, but the more I look at that barrel being so heavy, back there near the chamber, even though it's light on the end, and come to find out they don't keep them in stock because everybody seems to buy them, because apparently they're in demand. I thought I got it back when Echo was streaming with me, and I thought, I don't like that thin, end on it. But really, it's built the way it should be. It should be thicker back near the chamber and then taper down thin. That's the ideal way for really a barrel to be if you're going to, do it. It's kind of odd if you look at the government, thick on the end of the government end and thin in the center, back near the chamber. Good to see you, MSB 9021. Appreciate you dropping in, man. Good to see you. I'm going to try to, I don't have as much equipment as most people, but I do have a little. We'll do some things on the T7 sometimes. And I am going to order me a, I should have bought it on my birthday. It was like 160 something bucks. I was going to get the Lee turret press. Well, wouldn't you know, they went up to $179 after that. And so I just wait for it goes on sale again. But I do have a few things I can work off of. I also have a Forster and then a 650 I hadn't messed with in quite a while. Sometimes I have primed on it occasionally and sized on it. And it'll size fast. Boy, you bam, bam, bam. I mean, it don't take long at all. And, I keep plastic on it, which you can see. It's nice. I think about selling it from time to time. Back when he was alive, Willie Bullet Man wanted to buy it, and I felt kind of bad. I didn't want to sell it for a cheap price, but it was it's brand new and it's got upgrades on it. It's got a primer upgrade, a little on and off switch. It's got a ball in it upgrade. It's got a spring upgrade. Can I really tell any difference? Probably, maybe just a little. I mean, it still, turns fairly fast. But I went ahead and did the upgrade anyway. I already had it. And also, I know what it is. That shaft that comes down on the, and pushes the brass onto the shell holder. Hey, Bob, quit whining about and buy the stuff. Hey, man, I'm retired and fixed income here. I need to, what I need to do? I need to get my butt in gear and put out some videos and get monetized and get on here and sell stuff 24/7. Do little commercials all day long. Go buy this and hit this affiliate link, guys, and help me out. That's what I need to do. But it is what it is now. But I never started this to do that. But, hey, if I could get, monetized eventually and be able to get gear, and I would use it for nothing but gear and, videos, I would do it down the road. Yeah. I would burn. Oh yeah. If I had your money, I would burn it. Man, I got so much money tied up past 6 months or a year, actually, with that car. You wouldn't believe the thousands. I mean, I won't even get into it. It's so much. Not counting the savings, but just in the credit card, trying to get the pieces and stuff, parts bought and paint, you name it. I was just constantly ordering from Amazon all the time. It was just like a nonstop money pit. And it was only what you call credit card. And fortunately, I usually pay it off, fairly rapid. MSB 921 says, well, I can't highlight this and probably see you. I built one last year that hasn't even been fired yet. Wow, good. Got to change that. Faxon 223 wall chambered. Yeah, 18-inch barrel. Cool. Planning on using a 62 to 77. Yeah, that'll be great. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got the 16-inch SOCOM Faxon. And I also, my Grendel, 6.5 Grendel is 18-inch match series, but it's also very thin. You know, it's more like a SOCOM barrel. I had my choice probably with the Eagle Run. He wanted to know which one I like. You like the heavy or I said, give me one more I can go hunting with. And he gifted me, no charge, a brand new 18-inch 6.5 Grendel barrel. Good guys on this in this community of ours. And matter of fact, I'm trying to think, where did I have it at? Oh, I know where it is. Yeah, here it is. I thought it was laying over here somewhere. There it is, Match Series. And I'll show it to you. Most of you seen it. You can tell it's not that thick. It's about what a 223 5.56 barrel would be there, and then about the same there. And then right there is about 2 inches where your gas blocks, 750 gas block. So this will be a good lightweight gun to carry out and hunt hog or deer, and that's what I want. And one day I'll definitely do an upper build on one, maybe for the range. And shoot brass is so high on that 6.5 Grendel, and I hadn't got around to it. I got to get with Hasbro. I think he's got some brass I could buy from him. Some once fired brass, that is. Let me put this over here. Eventually, I'm gonna go in OBS here because I just learned this evening from a guy. I was in a stream and he is on the panel, and I think I know how to put dual cameras into OBS, where I can put a block up here, and I can aim cameras down, different angles, and you can be able to see like two different angles of what I'm doing when I'm doing a tutorial on a bench here. And this camera here is one same as Max got, but like I say, I got a Canon coming. Actually, I think it's 90D. One reason I did it, if this one here is okay, but it's not something you'd want to take out on like a vacation with you. It's just kind of small. And Canon's more of a regular big DSLR, and I want to use it on vacations and things and when I travel. So I'll bring it here, use it for streaming, then I'll put it in my car and take pictures and video when I'm out on the road. Because I am going to do some traveling if I ever get that car. But good to see you, Rebel. 67 Rebel SST AMC has joined us. Hope you're doing well. Let me highlight you here. We'll take our time here. I'm not going to, what is it, 6:08? Yeah, we got plenty of time. I've been busy testing the 6.5 Grendel. Cool. Still developing on that one. 20-inch Faxon on it. I almost went with 20. If I had Dover, I probably would. I definitely would, because I know the round moves a little bit more feet per second. But I'll do okay with this one. It didn't cost me anything. Eagle Run gifted it to me. And, man, I'm going to use it. Yeah, I definitely want to take it. There's no hogs. Well, there is some hogs around here, but not a lot of hog hunting in this area. So I'm going to definitely use it, maybe go out camping and get a deer with it. Basically, all I need is I can get some Hornady dies set. I think on Midway it was like $54 for the whole 3-die set. And I'm going to get their new micro adjustable. But problem is that's $89 too. I'm going to get that micro adjuster and get rounds going and probably go Hornady. Most of my dies are Forester, one Lee set, and all the red. I got a whole bunch of Redding dies, or quite a few Redding dies. I've got 2 Forester seating, one 308 223, and then one 308 Redding. I don't use the Redding 308 micro seeder much. I typically go with a Forester. You can't beat Forester for the price. They're very good and they're easy to set up too. So, but yeah, that'll be fun. But I got 2 bills uppers coming. When I get that done, like I say, all I need is that dimple jig. Once I get those 2 dimple jigs, I can't think of anything I need extra. I've got hammers. I've got every punch you can think of now. I got stuff I ain't even did videos on yet on this gunsmith stuff. A few things anyway. I'll maybe drop a video here in a few days or a week or so, and I probably will. So I won't show it on the show. And but anyway, I was going to do that. Set this instant indicator up again. Got 9 on here. Yeah, I'm just rare. I was going to go Wednesday night. Well, I had forgotten Rick's Life as I See It does Wednesday night. So I said, oh boy. And I go in his side chat from time to time. So I don't like, I try not to stream over these guys, even though the bigger channels seem to. But I still try to not do it. Mark's Trapping and Outdoors. Good to see you, man. Thank you for dropping in. Appreciate you dropping by. But this camera's a lot better, boy. I mean, you can tell everything's just way better picture. And I don't even have the LED panel lights like Mac has. I basically got regular LED cheap house bulbs. But I do have to kind of work with the lighting more in a stream because I'm not lit up quite as well as he is. So eventually I will be. I'm going to buy a few panel lights, this, that, and the other, and get it going. Anyway, we'll do this instant indicator thing again. And let me turn the light on. I got to take that camera off that thing, set it over here, and get the shot aimed up here. But we'll sit here and Brutal Bob. Let me highlight you, Brutal Bob. I think this is what goes on it. I'm going to go to a avatar or thumbnail, guys. Well, I set this up. That way I don't make you dizzy. And I'm going to take the camera and we're going to move it. And we'll set that instant indicator up, and I'll go through the procedure again of how I zero it out, which is kind of weird. I come up with it because it's just faster. and it can't. I was thinking the other day, I said, that could be kind of confusing to people because you think you would zero, how do you zero out to it? But it's very easy, really. Once it just come to me one day. I said, I don't have to. I said, I can zero these dang shell holders here. I don't have to sit here and worry about, I'm not going to change them in and out constantly. Let me get this mounted. Hang on, guys. I'll drop the thing. I think this will work. Yeah. Okay. I didn't use this the last time I did a live stream. I used it. It was sitting on the bench on a mic stand, and that was not too good of an angle, really. Get rid of this. The remote, which really I paid $140 for it, don't even need it, really. Basically, you just reach up to the camera and zoom in and out. Let me see what angle I got now. All right. Let's see. Heck, I hardly don't need any light, but let me see. Yeah, it's a little too light. I can just do it without the light. It's not too bad. Good thing I like about this, it is zoom, but my new camera, the lens is a zoom. It's going to be an 18 by, I think it's 16 by 50, I think, which is actually like a 24 by 70 in reality. And I can change lenses on it. This camera here, you can't change lenses, so. Bear with me. Let me see. I am going to have to cut the light on. Yep. I see now. I forgot about the aperture closing down small. Makes it darker. Let me see. All right. Trying to get the focus on it. There we go. That's good enough. Okay. You guys, Colt definitely knows how this works. I'm going to go ahead and loosen this anyway because I'll do the complete setup again. Get it loose. Oh, cheap pliers. Well, they're not cheap. They're Irwin. I got these things for $3 and something. It's a style that nobody hardly ever buys, I guess. And Home Depot reduced them down to $3.90 something. But see, that thing right there is always in the way. It's stupid mic. All right. Here's your setup. Let me unhighlight Bob. Oh, one guy. How's it going, man? Good to see you. All right, guys. This thing comes with quite a few different accessories. You get your headspace. Oh, that's weird. I got this thing fixed last week. Working. It won't work. Go figure. Well, it won't get clear. I just tested this joker. There you go. You can see it's like almost like a semi-spec gauge that you chamber in a rifle to check the headspace of a rifle. You get that. You get a few other things. I can also check off the shoulder. I can check bullet overall length of the round. I can check it with the reading, and I can check the length of I think the brass. But hang on, let me get that tap. Focus system's pretty good on this. I think probably the Canon's a little bit better. So let's check. Let's see. All right, so we screw this in. You can see right here. I wish I could. Let me see if I can zoom in more. Yeah, I can. For a little bit. There we go. Basically just number 10 shell. I use Redding. When I use Instigator, I use Redding. I'll tell you something about Redding. Redding shell holders use the real spec of 125 on the deck. Redding is the only shell holder that I've seen that you can measure, and they it can be off 1,000 sometimes, a thou, but all the others, like all of them, Hornady, you name it, you'll measure the deck height and they'll be all over the place. I've got an entire set of Hornady in there and they're just all over the map. But the spec's supposed to be 125, and Redding actually sticks to it. And this here measures one, if I remember right, 125. And bear with me a minute. Let me see. A lot of people probably don't know that, but yeah, Redding shell holders hold a tolerance, the real tolerance of 125 on their shell holders. And a lot of companies don't do that. And I could pull them out and show you, but I won't do it for this tonight. Let's see what the thickness of this is. Right here. Yep. Just a hair over 125, basically 125. Yep. Actually, it is. That's the deck height. If I was to measure the Hornady, and I haven't measured the RCBS, but the Hornady are all over the map. So when you buy a Redding, measure it, just the deck, and it'll surprise you. So I use the Redding number 10, which is 223,556. I'm going to raise the ram up here, and I'm going to screw this down till I get light cam over. So I want the gauge to measure right. So you basically would light cam over like you would doing a round almost. Maybe a little less, but I do light cam over with it. I rock the head. The head rocks on a Redding T7. It has a little bit of a tilt. There we are. Let's see. Yeah, that's good cam over. Now I'm going to tighten this right here. The lock ring. Snug it up. I ain't going to worry with the Allen wrench part of it. It's not worth my time. It should hold. And I'm going to take this, which I showed you earlier, and I'm going to zero this. Actually, I already had it zeroed and it's zero, but we'll undo it, and we'll just undo it in here, and you can take this right here and go up and down, which you see me moving it up and down. The dial just moving. So I don't go way down. I kind of go about midway or a little less, and I do it to the 1 o'clock position, or 12 o'clock, excuse me. Get it to the 12 o'clock. Well, there we go. and I think hand tighten it, that little knob, as tight as I can get it. And you can put something I learned on reading some of the things like this. I put the Loctite, little blue on it, and you think, well, that's going to wear off. Believe it or not, my screw now with Loctite on it, I unscrew it and I screw it, and it never works its way out no more. So the Loctite lasts for over 2 years now. Even though I can loosen it, I can tell the Loctite is still there, and I don't have to worry about a nut loosening up on anything. This will come loose occasionally on this thing I'm pointing to here, but most of the time, if you snug it really good, it usually won't. And you also zero out with, well, you wouldn't zero that out until you put your thing in. Okay, it is in. All right. We're going to put this gauge in now. We're going to make sure it's zero, which it is. It's off a little bit. We're going to tighten it. If I can, there we go. So the gauge now is 0, but you can kind of tell it's 12 o'clock. Hang on, let me check the side chat for a minute. We'll put this, I'll leave it out because sometimes these gauges are known to slip. I don't usually have them slip. I have had in the past, but once you kind of learn how they are, you tend to tighten them up pretty good, snug them. What we got here, one guy with his MSB 9021. Let's see, I've got a few small signs of pressure. I wasn't at the limit, but that's where I left off. Yeah, let us know, man. When you do get out there and get that thing, that rifle going, let us know how it works out for you. If you want to come on the panel as a thumbnail or however, you can come on and talk to us. Or just talk to us in the side chat. What powder are you using for the grundle? I know what powder, if I recall right on my grundle, I can use tack. And I forget what I can't remember if 335 I could use. It seems like I read that. I know tack I can use, it says. And I do have powder for the grundle. Peterson Farms of Nashville is with us. Appreciate you dropping in. Hope you're having a great day. Had a good week. Hope everyone has a great weekend. Appreciate you being here. H335. Yep. That's what I was thinking. I was reading here months ago, and I was talking to Eagle Run about it. And I said, well, I got powder here, 335 and tack. Tack's never even been open. I got 8 pounds of it. So, Dale Pogue, what's up? Hope you're doing well. All right, so we got this set up, right? All right. Let's check our brass. That's about almost 5 thousandths over Sammy Min. I don't want to do so many of these shows where it about drives everybody insane, but I thought I'd do another one because sometimes it's kind of hard to pick up. All right. I can go through I'm going to start at 8. I'm not going to start. They tell you to start at 10 and work your way up. I'm going to go ahead and start at 8, and I already kind of know where it's going to go even at 8. And so we're going to pull out the regular shell holder now. We're going to put in the plus 8, 008. Yep. Trying to see if it's kind of hard to see in the dark. Let me turn that light on. There you go. Heck, that's even better for you all. Plus I can see now. Yeah, plus 008. This is a number 10 too. Pack a box of competition shell holders, number 11610. Okay, we're going to put that there. Going to lube around. I don't do much around I don't do any around the neck because I don't want hydraulic dents. So stick it in there. Let's size it. And we'll see where it winds up at. It's going to be close even with this plus 008. I've kind of learned this system, so I can kind of tell. Let's take out the plus 008 to check, put in the standard 10 rating, and let's see where our headspace is. Wow, half a thou over Sammy Min. Now, I typically don't use this one, but apparently it's because this brass. Strange. I typically use 006. So So that one's done. We'll do a few of them, see how it goes with this one. But typically I don't use 008, but you can sometimes, but it depends a lot to do with what your range brass is. And it depends on what gun it's been fired out of, too. So let's size this one, and we'll just see where it, but typically I do go with the 006, which is, we'll size it just a little bit more than the plus 008. It'll bump the shoulder back further, in other words. Let's see what this is. This is not a bad system, in my opinion. I think it's a good one. It's just costly. Whoa. Well, yep, that didn't bump it back to 4.5 thou. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What am I doing here? Okay. It ain't bumped back. No, it's not bumped back enough. Let's take that out. Put the plus 008 and let's try it again. That's what I'm saying. Usually I don't use that particular size. And it's no surprise it's going wonky. Let's test it now and see what it looks like. Huh. Well, that is wild. That's plus 4. I ain't size it at all. Hold on a minute. Let me check my gauge. Something is not working right here. Okay, that's right. The gauge is set up. All right, let's go to plus 006. That's what I told you. Sometimes that plus 008 just don't work. That is you start out with plus 0010, then you go to plus 008, then you have the plus 006, plus 004, and then plus 002. I typically wind up at the way I cam over is plus 006. So let's size that. Also, in my presses right here, I don't know if you can't see it right now, but I have to keep primers bugging out, I have a straw mod in it. I cut a straw about 1.5 inches, and I insert it in there, and it keeps all the primers going straight down the tube. And it just flops in there. Just get you a McDonald's straw, cut it, stick it in there, and you never had to worry about a primer jumping out. And I mean, it don't do it all the time, granted, but it can happen. So let's get this lubed up and see what we got here. Kind of not surprised that didn't bump back much on that plus 008, just knowing how this system works. Okay. 3.5, bump back 1,000. I know what's, hang on a minute. I'm going to do something. I don't have as much cam over on that gauge as I would like. I'd like a little bit more cam over. It could be causing that thing to not read correctly. So let's, hey, I make mistakes too. Let's get this. Yeah, that's what it was. All right, there we go. Let me reset it right quick. Tighten that down. What won't go wrong on YouTube will. My own system, I do not recognize. All right, snug that. This is just in case this is causing it. Pull that down. We'll put the round in and we'll reset this thing. Oh, no wonder. Wow, that whole thing is loose. That's why my readings was getting crazy. Bear with me for a minute. I've never had that issue before, typically. Let me make sure that's... There we go. Now we'll reset. Raise the RAM and we'll re-zero this system. Sometimes you just don't set it up right the first time. There we go. Okay, zero it out again. There we go. Okay, now I got a little bit more cam over, and that little thing up there that screws down into the die body was fairly loose, which should not be, of course. Make sure my cam over is fine on my sizing die. Okay, now let me see what we got going here. Take out the plus 006, put in the standard shell holder. Okay, 5/1000ths over. All right. We'll put in the plus 006. I may have to go to the plus 004. Sometimes, it just works out that way. Depends on a lot of what your range brass is going to be kind of all over the map. Typically, it ain't like this, though. I mean, you usually size it down, pretty good on the plus 006. Unless I got some crazy spring back brass here from the range. Bam. Okay, 1, 2, 2.5 thou. Perfect. That's good enough for an AR-15 right there. So I'm using the shell holder that I thought I would use, the plus 006. Let me see what's going on over here. Dale just got off work. Coat Redding matte shell holders work great. Yep. I love their standard, man. I mean, because I've actually checked them. I sent one back one time. It was a little off on a 9mm and they sent it back and I mic'd it and it was perfect. But there is a standard 125 on that deck height. And what's weird is that, like I say, other brands are all over the map, but Redding does tend to try to keep it there. MSB 9021 says, I was trying TAC Varget H335. Yeah, I figured Varget would work. I wish I could find IMR 8208. I was thinking they did away with 8208. No, that's XBR I'm thinking about. But that's rare as unicorns around here. Brutal Bob says, so far, for any pressure in it. Okay. You're all talking about the 6.5 Grendel. Yeah, I got 11 in here. We got that. Let me check it, make sure. Yep, that's good to go. There it is, one sized. Let's lube this one here now. Hope you all got what I'm doing here. It's a little bit better angle. I actually did a little more camo over because the head flexes on the Redding. This right up here, piece right there was a little loose in the die. I retightened it. I didn't know. I hadn't tightened it in a while, so apparently it kind of worked its way loose. Then I re-zeroed it out again. So we're going to go ahead and size this. Oh, that's the standard. That will oversize. If you use the standard shell holder with the press cammed over slightly on a Redding die, you will get probably negative minus 7,000 or 5,000 Sammy Min, which you can still shoot it, but you're working the crap out of your brass when you do that. So we'll take that out, put in the plus 006, we'll size it. Get the lube off, take out the competition shell holder, put in the standard and see what the headspace is on this one. 1/2 thou under Sammy Min. I figured the 004. I probably could use the back. If you don't want to bump it back this far, for example, we'll switch over to the back to the plus 008. So that's a good one. Now let's look and see what this one does, because I did retighten everything. So let's size one with that plus 008 to see what is going on. Because we don't want to overwork our brass, especially range brass. I mean, even for 223 556, I mean, the least amount you size it, a little bit longer life you're going to have. And I don't have an annealer, so I can't do that. So I just have to try to make my brass last as long as I can. So let's see what this is. And this is probably good enough, even with this plus 008. 4.5 thou. No, I don't, because it blows out about 7 thou average. So I'm having to go back to the plus 006. Plus 008 is not working. And like I said last stream, it always seems for me is the plus 006. For you, it might be the plus 004. Yeah, depending on how you cam over. I cam over by feel. And I try to get all my dies, doing the same. Let's get this one sized. Check it out. I use Unique. It's not as greasy as I use Imperial too, but most of the time I use Unique because it's more waxy like. It's just not quite as greasy. Let's see what this one did. Plus 1, 2, 3, plus 3 Sammy Men, perfect for the AR-15. So plus 006 is the one that I'm using. Excuse me, guys. All right. We'll go ahead and size another one with that plus. See what you guys got going over. Our coat would give extra head space as well. Hey, I am Betty J. Gathers. Thank you for coming in here. Sorry, I didn't notice you right away. I'm over here doing not a how-to because I don't do that. So I'm doing dummy rounds. But thank you for coming in, Betty. Appreciate it. Hope you're having a great day. Let's size this one. Let me see. Let me go over to chat a little bit. Dale Pogue. Oh, yeah, I appreciate you coming in, Betty. And I know a lot of ladies come here, they're not interested in what I do on the reloading, but I still thank you for coming in. MSP Brutal Bob, is that MRI? The zero press doesn't cam over. You need to feel for sponginess in the press. Yeah. I actually did a live video with Mac, but back when he did not stream, of course. I did a live with him on it, and still got it on my website, and he did some sizing on it. That's one nice press. I ain't kidding you. And let's see. We'll put the stock shell holder in there, and let's see how far we bumped the brass back to. Ooh, 1,000's under Sammy Men that time. So usually this particular one don't do that, but it depends on your brass. I got this out of another container. Some of it is commercial, and that could be causing it. Some of it is Lake City, so that could even be a reason. But it's still good brass. So on me 004, and sometimes I did the plus 008 depending on where I want it. Yeah, that's bumping. That I would say it's probably because of the commercial brass in here. Because I didn't have that problem of the week, and I had probably no commercial brass here. I used the 006, and it was bumping plus 2, 3 thousandths over Sammy Men almost every time in that ballpark. So, but I did look through this brass before I went live, and I did notice those commercial cartridge cases in it. Let's see what we sized it to. Okay, 1, 2, yeah, 2.5 thou over Sammy Men, perfect for AR-15. For your sporting rifle, I should say. Okay, now here we go. We know this is zeroed out, and we'll check it with the gauge just to make sure still. Okay, 0. I'm going to show how I do this without interchanging the shell holder and how I zero it again. I'll repeat that this week for this show. So take this out. Matter of fact, I could have done it for that one, but we'll just go back to the plus 006. Let's see. Make sure I ain't missing nothing in the chat here. Colt's with us. I am Betty J. Gathers, Brutal Bob, Andre D'Angelo. Missed you, brother. Sorry about that. Let me scroll up, guys. I get busy here. Appreciate you coming here, Andre. Dale Pogue. Okay. All right. Let's size this one and see where we go. This is not a normal night for me to stream typically. This is only the second time I've did this. Let's see. Whoa. Now, see, that didn't even size. That is a trip. That is range brass for you. And that is commercial brass, 223 Remington. Yep. That is a trip. Very rare to have failures like that, or a brass that won't size with that particular plus 006. But that tells me that this, now I know that size because I forgot and left the standard shell holder in it. Hang on, I'll show you what I was talking about. Okay, if we measure it with a plus, now usually that's not true, but because this commercial is not sizing back that much, it's actually minus 1 thou under Sammy Min for that commercial. And I did it with the standard shell holder. Typically that's not a norm, but like I say, with range brass, good Lord, you never know. Never know. I just yanked this out of a container. I didn't look at it. Then I looked and I said, oh, okay, we got some commercial brass in here. And sure enough, it's causing me a few little issues. Is everything still good? Yep. I'm just not able to control the shoulder bump. It's not showing as averaging out like it usually does with me right now. But that's okay. It still works. Brutal Bob. Yeah, good to see you, Betty. Thank you for dropping in. Appreciate you coming in, saying hello. We'll take this out and see what happens to the, see what we bumped it back to. Oh, yeah. Oh, whoa. Yeah. So how about we're 6 thousandths under Sammy Min. Oh, wait a minute. I know why we're doing that. That's true because I didn't change the shell holder. That's what I really bumped it with this. So we'll put that over there. I'll blow it out and it'll still be good. Let's get that shell holder back. Sometimes talking to you all, I'll mess up. Mess up the shell holders is easy to do. It's hard to sometimes concentrate on 2 or 3 different things. So got that in there, the plus 006 competition shell holder. Let's bump this. These some crazy brass tonight on me. It's not winding up exactly where I thought it would, but it's still good stuff, working out good. Still no issue. You bump it a thou under, who cares? It just overworks the brass a little bit is all. Let's take this out. Typically I'll do, 2 to 3, about anywhere from 2 thousandths above Sammy Min, 3. I like it anywhere from 3 and under. I don't usually want to go 4, 5, 6, 7, because most of the time they blow out about 7. At least mine does. Let's see what this is measuring now. Yeah, here you go. Plus 1 thou Sammy Min. So perfect. All right. So we know. All right. Here's how I zero this, in case anybody didn't get it last week. And I started thinking about it and almost said, how did I do that? Okay. We know everything's zeroed out. Okay. We just sized this brass. We know this brass is exactly 1 thou Sammy Min, right? Okay. With this shell holder. And we're going to be using this. Wait a minute. Crap. Got the wrong one in. Okay. 1,000 with the standard shell holder. We know it's zeroed out and it's reading 1 thousandths over Sammy Min plus. Okay. We're going to put the black one in it. We're going to raise that same piece of brass up. Now we look at it, it's reading, because the competition has got a different deck height, it is reading about 7 thousandths under Sammy Min. Now here's how I zero it. I just come over here. I know it's reading on the standard shell holder 1 thousandths plus Sammy Min. I know that for a fact. So I'm using the same brass, competition shell holder. I'll come up here and I'll re-zero this at what? Plus 1 Sammy Min. What I know, a known number that I know that is accurate. Because this is zeroed out with the tool. And once you know it's zeroed out, so basically now it's done. We're through. So you basically now can sit here, like I said last week, and you can take this, sit here, size your brass. I hope you got that. If anybody's really interested in this, how this system works. It's just a short way to get it to where you don't have to keep, taking the shell holder in and out and measuring it. You kind of zero it out to your competition shell holder. You don't zero, well, you do zero it out. Like if that brass reads plus 1 thou, you go ahead and turn your dial to +1 thou, and you're ready to rock and run. Let's see what it's reading now. Right here, see? I just sized that. I'm not changing shell holders or nothing. Here's the regular one. I'm using the +006. I'm at +1 over Sammy Min with the competition shell holder. So now I'm like I said last week, I am ready to rock. So there you go. I hope y'all got that. I tried to slow it down a little bit better this week, and I'll do it again. If anybody ever gets this, you need any help, contact me through email, and I'll help you work this system, because this is a good system if you ever get it. And I don't mind helping anybody. But I do that. That way I don't have to, it's the way to do it. And now you don't even have to change shell holders. You just keep sizing, and everything's right by this gauge at that point. So that's what I do. I use the Black Competition +006. If I know it's reading, if I check it with a standard shell holder and it's reading +1 Sammy Min and it's already zeroed out originally and everything's fine, I can go ahead and re-zero on the +006 at 1,000ths over, and technically everything's right at that point. And then you don't have to do nothing else. You don't have to do nothing. You just start sizing and checking like that, just one after another. Bam! I got a few more, and I'll do them here while we sit here and talk. So I'm gonna size this one, clean the lube off. It's hard to believe weekend's already here. Us retired guys, sometimes we don't know if it's Monday or Saturday. But dry the lube off. Let's check the headspace. 1 thou and a half plus Sammy Min right now. So there we are. I got 2 more to go. I'll go ahead and size them. But if you ever want these competition shell holders or wonder if they work, yes, they work. Don't, like I said, I told the story last week. Years ago, when I got into this, and this is not to knock no one, because, we're all trying to learn and we all make mistakes. But years ago, I got these. Well, I did like everybody else. I go online and I search around. I found a guy that was doing these, and he called them crap, piece of crap. And this is a long time ago, probably 10 years. And he got off on a thing of measuring the deck height on these, and I don't know why. And I know somebody else that did that. I know don't remember their name, but I know where it came from. And it's very simple, really. It's a simple system. Don't get confused measuring these. As long as you see it's sizing and and it's working. Hey, now if I sat here and went through every one of these, and it didn't say keep bumping the brass back, I'd go, hey, something wrong with my shell holders. Something's not working here. But they typically work. You typically start with a +10. I don't. I usually start with a +008 because I kind of want to get going quick. And the 10 don't really do much at all, any bump back in my experience. So, but there we are. We got that one. But that's how I zero out to keep, to be able to work fast. And I'll sit here and just go through, 100 if I want to. I do it that way. Okay, let me see. I thought I sized that. Apparently I didn't. Got to talking to the side chat. Peterson Farm says, I wish you the best outcome, Bob. You ain't going through another surgery, are you, Bob? Happy Friday. Chessboard is with us. Good to see you, Chessboard. Appreciate you dropping in. Peterson Farms of Nashville, Colt, Vanessa, Kitty. Good thing I stopped. I didn't want to miss you all. Good to see you, Chessboard. Ruta Bob. Good to see you too, Vanessa. I always think when I see her, I think of that 629. I used to have a 629 4-inch barrel, 1980-something model square butt, stainless steel 44 mag. I love that gun. Whoa, I love that gun. It was just beautiful. It actually had the original, the spur. It hit the primer on the hammer. That's what I like, the old-fashioned, like the single actions have. It's all that safety bar stuff. But that's it. Now I've got 17 on. Wow, checking this out. Pretty good. Appreciate you guys showing up. I'll stay here and size another one. Did that make, Colt, if you're still listening, did that make sense? What I did there? setting it up to run continuously on the plus 006, where I don't have to keep, changing in and outs, what I'm asking. And I'm at that point. Size. Can't beat a T7, but I'm telling you, I do want me a doggone Lee turret press bad. And I want it because I want to set my heads up. They're like, they used to be $10, now they're $15. What I want to do is put my 9mm setup dies on the turret and set it back, make me a rack for it like Uncle Jim. And then I want to take the 40, this my brother's dies, and set it up on another turret, and then put it on a shelf. And then when I want to load, I can just go 9mm today. I can set it in the Lee turret and go to work. I like that. Oh, appreciate it, Colt. Yeah, you just basically, resize it to a known number. And the known number was, with a standard shell holder plus 1,000ths. But yeah. And that's something I come up with. It's nothing Redding says. It's just an idea. I probably got it from manufacturing. I did run a lot of measurements and do things in where I come from, the field. And one day it just hit me. I said, I can't sit here and switch these things in and out. It's driving me nuts. So I said, hey, I'll just re-zero it to this and let it roll. And it does good. And check that one out. Wow. Okay, that didn't even... Yeah, see, I got some of this brass here that's weird. This is some funky brass today, being commercial and mixed in with LC. I'm getting the sizes here that's kind of surprising me. Let me check this again. Something either slipped. Yeah, wow, this here didn't even size. Let me see what this is. This here sized, I'll tell you what it sized to. Let me see. Now that goes to show range brass can be really weird. I don't typically have a problem. If you do, just set this aside and then resize it at a later time, because occasionally you will get weird brass like this. Let's look at it. It's showing 5.5 thou over Sammy Min. And I just sized it down with the plus 006. Go figure. But this is what you'll experience, guys, with the range brass. A lot of the guys that's been around in reloading, they understand this really good. That's why they say range brass. But, you don't run into it often. Most of the time I'll say here size, and it'll vary, 0, 1 below, 0, 2 thou over, 3 thou over sometimes. If it's reading 3 thou over, I'm still fine with it. When it starts getting 4, 5, 6, that's when I start kind of worrying, because then you're getting kind of tight. And you don't want to, jam up if you're out shooting your sporting rifle. So that does it. I'm going to see what this is. Apparently this is some brass what brand this is that's doing this. Now, this is a Gilia, Agile, whatever you pronounce it. Looks like it is anyway. And it says 5.56. Interesting. Huh. It definitely didn't size. Let me try to size it again. See what happens on the second sizing. Let's take this back to here. No, it's not sizing down. Interesting. But something like that, even at that, hey, throw it aside, adjust your die, and use it, Hey, it's still good. I'll use it. Sometimes I've sized back, 3 or 4 under Sammy Min, and I'll still throw it in the pile and blow it out. Once you fire it, it'll blow out. But that's all of that system. This time I tried to go a little more slow and steady. Typically, I don't know why. I think because these streams, I don't want to sit there and drag it out so long. I tend to rush it sometimes. Who is with us here? Andy, 79Z28. Appreciate you coming in here. Let me see what he's got here. My pewter taking lots of time to get set up. Yep, I know what you mean. Better late. Yeah, I appreciate you being here, Andy. Always, man. And he's been around a long time, been casting and reloading, 40 40 or 50 years, something like that. And Vanessa says about the 629s. Yep. Yeah, boy, that's why I bought it. I wanted something. The county I was in was getting kind of dangerous back then. It's about 2001. I think it was right after September the 11th. And I found it in a pawn shop, $400 cash. I actually talked them down. Came back a day later and told them what would they take. And the guy says 400. I said, okay. And they were asking, I think, 425, 430, and didn't have a scratch on it. I still regret that gun. That's one gun that I kicked my butt for getting rid of it. Let me see what system did you get on Windows 11? I need a PC. Mine's Windows 10, and it's been wacky lately. I had an update here the other day, and it has not been the same. But that's the instant indicator. That's how it works. And I stick these because I use them occasionally. I stick them on a magnet. Viejo, Walter, that's his idea about magnets. I got magnets on my thing. I keep these on, and I never lose anything that way unless they just fall off. And I don't. Sometimes I put the shell holders away. Sometimes I don't. I just leave them there. What have I got so many here now for? Okay, 2. What is this one? Oh, it's 308, I think, or either probably 9mm. Yep, that's a Redding 9mm shell holder. Apparently, I got to put a few of them away. I got 3-4 stuck on the magnet this time. Hang on, guys. Let me change this camera around. I'll be right back. I'm still here. I just got to get this camera off and get it set back up on the bench. I may do one here coming up. I may do a year or two ago. I bought on Amazon, almost like a Black Friday deal. I bought a APB, automatic bench primer from RCBS. And boy, does it prime great. I ain't kidding. The only hassle is filling the tube. Outside of that, you can always fill the tube with something, electric primer filler or something. But man, that thing is nice. I'll do a little show on it one night here coming up. I still may go to Max Slot right before him anyway. And like I say, Friday's just not that. Everybody's rushing. And everybody I know is rushing and busy. Eagle, he comes on sometimes. He's busy Friday. Mac, he's busy driving his truck Friday. He don't get off quite that early. Bear with me here. Now I gotta take refocus it. Lights out. There I am. This thing here is always in the way. It's designed really just as a talking head mic. It's just the way it is. And I'm going to get a shotgun eventually, or either a little shotgun type, and probably either stick it on the camera or stick it on a little tripod, or probably just stick it on here and just hold it up there. Shotgun mic is really what you should be using if you're going to do anything. I did try this one day, the mic in there, because I know Mac uses it. It did work one day, and then one day I tried it before the show and I couldn't get it to work. So I don't know what was going on there. Let me get my scales put in. So there you go. And you seen I had trouble with the piece of brass there, which is kind of common. I don't often run into that, though, even with range brass. I mean, it would not even size down. That's strange. And let me find my dummy. A gauge. I got coming a field gauge Forester, a field gauge for 223-556. Did I need it? Probably not. No, because I'm not going to have no worn out chambers, but I thought I'd get it anyway. Got it on sale. I think $28. So I got that in the rock set. Next, like I say, is I want to get the dimple jigs, SLRs. It's weird. One dimple jig is $35. The other one's $45 on the Optics Planet. Go figure. But I need those two. Once I get those two, I've outside a bull barrel or 900 something, I'll be set for the 625. My Criterion is a 625 gas block size. My Faxon is 750. So that's why I need 2 different sizes. Once I order those 2 things and a couple of gas blocks, I'm ready to build. And actually, I can go ahead and get I think for $65, a 6.5 Grendel boat and stick it in my other boat carrier group, my boat carrier, main boat carrier. And then I can go fire a 6.5 Grendel round. I'll borrow it. I'm cheap. I'm not going to buy a whole entire right away, a whole boat carrier group just for the Grendel. I'll just buy the boat, slam it in the carrier that I've got here already, and I'll go shoot. And then later I'll get the whole thing down the road. So, but now I got all my gauges coming. When I get that, I'll have the Colt gauge 4646, and then the field gauge. That's all I need for headspace. And of course, I know I can actually check the headspace with it. Boat carrier out and just stick it right there in with a barrel here in my hand and just turn it. And I can kind of tell how tight it is. So let's see what Reloader762 is saying here. Just picked up a Dell Optiplex desktop. It's a Core i5, 16 gigs of RAM. Yep. That's pretty good. I got thinking about 19. My RAM's is DDR3, old stuff, over a decade old. 512 gigabyte SSD, Wi-Fi Windows. Yeah, I need one. This system here, I can't run a green screen because my graphics card is so old. It's a high def graphic card, but it's an early generation. We're talking right when 1080p first come out. So it's not. When I put a virtual screen behind me, I stutter, and I'll notice other people on YouTube, they'll be having that virtual screen. They're fine. So what Chessboard's got going here. Same to you, brother. Please don't. Oh boy, I got drives, guys. I'll tell you what drives I got. And I think I've told you I got a 1 terabyte SSD Samsung, the little tiny 2.5 inch. I've got that in my PC. I've got a 1 terabyte. I'm trying to think of the name of it now. Western Digital in my PC. I've got a 2 terabyte. Oh God, what's the name of it? Can't even think of the name now. Sonic. Can't even think of the name now. Anyway, I got a 2 terabyte in there. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4 terabytes in here. My operating system's on a terabyte, but the PC is still old. And then I got a 1 terabyte over there. It's external, the old conventional magnetic drive. And I've had that thing since 2010. And because I don't ever defrag it and apparently I've dropped it a time or two, it has never went bad because you just don't use it that much. Defrag is the worst thing you can do to a friggin' hard drive in the old days anyway. But I'm running right now on the Samsung 840 SSD, and it makes my computer faster. I think you get them things now for $59, I think. I paid $130 something, I think it was, for it. So fairly expensive back in the day. But my PC's slow. I need one. At least I realize now, though, it's not my PC causing my bad picture. It was my Logitech up there. And I have figured out how to get almost figured out how to get 2 cams in here without paying for it through StreamYard. I used to call it Yard Stream sometime with Echo. So I may end up doing another angle while I'm talking to you all and doing a little making dummy rounds. So appreciate each and every one of you coming here. Let me scroll up here and see. I'll try to have 4 2 terabyte drives to get out. Yep. Hey, 4K, you got to have them now too. Yeah, I hate old drives now. I mean, them things are slow as Christmas. I upgraded my brother's old PC. He's got one of those mini towers, and I put one of these same hard drives in. He couldn't believe how fast his PC was, and mine's fast. Mine used to be so slow I couldn't hardly do a stream. I'd wait, and Echo would be waiting. I go, man, I got an old hard drive here. And I went to this. It was like bam, 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 and it's still that way. When I click on something, it opens up, pretty quick now. Uh-oh, hang on. Let's see. Yep. Let me go up here to the top, call you guys out, give you a shout out. Kingpin was with us earlier too. I think he's the first one to do thumbs up. I appreciate that. I'm getting a chest cold or something. Pollen's out here. That's what's going on. My trees, I know all the flowers now. A few weeks ago, they said something about pollen. I said, no wonder I'm starting to get stuffed up. Colt Kingpin was with us earlier. First one in here. Colt 1927, Reloader 762. Brutal Bob, my friend, good to see you. And Colt, good to see you too, man. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. It means a lot to me, you all showing up. MSB 9021. 67 Rebel SST AMC. Check these channels out, guys. Some of them got good channels. Andy's got good channels. He casts and reloads. Brutal Bob reloads. He don't do videos, though. I've been trying to figure out a way to get Brutal Bob on here as a thumbnail or an avatar, just to talk, do a little interview or talk to him a little bit. That's up to him. But it's MSB, Mark's Trapping and Outdoors. Thank you if you're still listening, man. Appreciate you being here. Old one guy. Some of you guys been around a long time. Peterson Farms of Nashville. Check his videos out, guys. He's got good stuff. Wait, I noticed something here now. I actually got it work. I noticed something not working. Notbot. I actually went and signed in Notbot here the other week, and it should be working right now, and it's not. And other people's had the same problem. It was actually, I was signed out of it. Before this stream ends, I'm going to go sign Notbot in and see if I can get Notbot up working. Well, I'm sitting here. Let's see who else here. Andre D'Angelo was with us. I am Betty J. Gathers. Check her stuff out. She does vlogs, I think 9 a.m. Eastern time. She does live streams. Nice lady. Good people here. Let's see. Vanessa Kitty. Thank you, Vanessa, for being here. Yeah, Notbot just don't work. And I was signed out. I actually checked that, and I thought I'd solved the problem. I did change the time it would drop in the side chat, though. So feel free, Vanessa, you all want to drop a few of these links, you're welcome to. You know that. It's near the end of the show. Let's see. Make sure I didn't miss anyone. Dale Pogue. Good to see you, Dale. Hobos I hadn't seen in a while. Who else? Let's see. Well, Pollard, was he here last week? I can't remember now. He usually jumps in. Let's see. Chessboard. Thank you for coming in, Chessboard. Appreciate it, man. I think I got everyone. That's it. We didn't have a lot on tonight, but I enjoyed it. I mean, I mostly started this for two reasons when I started out. I guess to hang out with Echo, you know, and you all in the side chat. And then all of a sudden, Echo wanted to interview and bring people in the community. And I said, okay. So we wound up doing that. And there's times I've almost quit, to be honest with you. I've pondered dropping out. And I've got to know a lot of you, you know, almost not personally, but I still know you for quite a while. And some of you I've talked to on the phone. So I kind of hate to leave. No, I don't. My engine's here, Chessboard. I called that guy last week, and I says, hey, man, I said, instead of $12.50, if you could put me to the head of the line, how does $2,000 sound could you do that? And he wouldn't give me an answer. So I got to get back with him. So I was trying to bribe him. I'd pay him a bonus, in other words, if he put the dang thing in. Because how are they going to know that their car is not next? He owns the shop. So I got maybe at one time I had 5 cars ahead of me. He don't do like first in, first out. I've worked in a shop. He just pulls a motor, rolls it in the back, pulls another motor, rolls it in the back, pulls another motor, rolls it in the back. If he gets the motor in, if it's the 4th car, he'll probably go ahead and take that 4th car in instead of the 1st because he's got the motor for it. And even though my motor's ready to go in, he hasn't got to me. And he told me May. Well, I'm not holding my breath on May, but I do want it this summer. I want it bad. And then I'm going to start really pushing him. But I'm going to drop by there at least once a week here. Probably this coming week, I'm going to drop in there. And he goes, dropping by and check on him. The more he sees me, he seems to kind of hustle a little bit more because he knows I'm getting impatient. So hopefully I can have that thing this summer. I hope, because it's got air. The old R12, it works great. It's got nice leather seats. It's got air, 10-speed air in it, like a Cadillac. Oh, man, it's going to be like I'm going to be able to close my eyes, almost close my eyes and just cruise down the road on cruise control. So I can't wait to get it. Even if it wasn't a Corvette, I still would have a blast because it's just loaded. It's got electric seats. You can go up, go back, go forward. lot of times I go back. I used to call it back when I bought my first 89 in 95. I used to go down Ronald Reagan Parkway at night, about midnight, getting off work. And I used to call it the Batmobile because the front sticks out way out there in the front. And I'd tilt my steering wheel and pull it all the way to me and just ride, and tilt the seat. Hey, YouTube police, good to see you, man. Thank you for dropping in. Appreciate you being here. I wish Nightbot's not working again, YouTube police. I signed into it the other week, thought it would start dropping, and sure enough, no. I'm going to go do it here when I get off this stream. The only thing is I can't tell if it's going to work for the next stream unless I go stream. Hang on a minute. You guys are here. I'm going to open another browser on another side, and I'm going to sign in to Nightbot, and I'm going to find out what's going on. Somebody else had this problem. I can't remember who now. Here's Nightbot. Yeah, I'm not even logged in, see? And it keeps logging me out. Okay, now I'm logged in. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Let me go to the, I don't know a lot, timers. Yeah. Okay, let me do the edit on the drop. Hang on a minute. I'm going to do the drop interval. I'm going to tighten it up. Just, let's see. Don't tell me that. Okay, 5 minutes is, I got it at 5 minutes now. Let's see. I know I'm signed in. Let's see. I'm going to hang here for a minute. Let me see if Nightbot drops. It was not signed into. And it was signed out here the other week. I don't know what's going on with Nightbot. Crazy dang software. Imagine AI when we get that, how crazy it's going to be. Let's see here in a few minutes if it does drop. Because I'm looking at it now. Hang on. Let's see. Yeah, I'm definitely signed in. I'm in the right channel. It shows AR Patriot 1776. Okay, so it should drop the drop sign here shortly. Dashboard. There's no reason for it not to work now. So we'll wait a second. If it don't happen here in a few minutes, something's wrong with it because it's set now for 5 minutes. It should just drop. I think it says pull up a chair and set a spell or something. I forget what I got in the thing. Let me see. I'll go look. Actually, I can look at it. Yeah, get a drink and pull up a chair and sit a spell and join us. Let's see. That is set for 10 minutes, every 10 minutes to drop. Okay, it's not disabled. And the drop menu, 1776, is, let's see, 5 minutes. It should say something about to drop your channel. I think on the drop, it'll say drop. Type in 1776, somebody. So let's see if it works. I think it's supposed to tell you, though, drop 1776 to put your channel link in, drop, type in 1776. It should work here in a minute. If not, I don't know what to do about it. YouTube police, are you looking at your custom command? They're in there and they've always worked. Ryan set it up. Ryan set it up for me. Yeah, I'm looking at my timers. Drop is set for 5 minutes, 4 lines. Welcome to my channel is set for 10 minutes, 2 lines. Weather is set for 20 minutes, spaced out quite a bit. I just changed on the drop thing. I got it at 5 minutes now. And I am signed in. So if it don't work now, I don't know what the crap's wrong with it. And that's under timers. Let me see. Commands, custom. Yeah, there. Yeah, it's there. The code command 1776. Please check out so-and-so $user at so-and-so, so-and-so. So yeah, I got the command. I got the weather command and the drop your link command. And they're okay. They're there. User level, everyone. Yeah, everything's there. Yep. So let's see if it works. There you go, Tactical FUD did it. Hey, Tactical FUD, how you doing, man? If it don't work now, it's definitely on the right channel because I had a few different channels. Well, I signed out of a lot of them. And I checked that too. YouTube police. Yeah, it is. It is a master mod or something up on the top. Now it's not down there where the mod is. It's at the top up there. It says something like master mod. Tell me, do I need to put it down there in the lower with everybody else being the mod in two places? Because that might be the reason. But I do have it listed one time, and that's in the upper tier where it says moderator. I think it says, what is it? I can't remember now, main moderator or whatever. I don't remember now. But it's listed at the top part as a moderator. It's not in the standard box that everybody else is in there, though, too. When I get time, I'll make you a mod too, YouTube police. Maybe it should be on the bottom one. Not sure. Yeah, that may be causing it. Yeah, heck, I'm there. Let me see. Well, I'd have to go into the YouTube studio. Yep. Go figure. Let me see. Yeah, it's definitely. I'll tell you where it's at. Let me see. All right. Bear with me, guys. Let me see. I don't usually do this while I'm streaming, but it's. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Yeah. The Chrome app is doing that stupid thing again. I'm having to sign all in again to doggone. This doggone. It's driving you nuts the way Google's doing lately. I'm not signed in now. It says on the browser for my channel, even though I'm here streaming. Go figure. Let me see if that's causing it. But I'm not that don't make sense. So that's kind of normal, though. Okay. Let me go into YouTube. Okay, I want that channel. I'm almost there. Bear with me. Let's see. There we go. YouTube Studio. I'm there now. Let's see. Settings. Okay. Channel. Oh, they're trying to sell me YouTube, buddy. Permissions. Okay, under permissions, it's got another channel name, not my AR guns. Community. I've got managing moderators, not bot. But I do not have not bot in the lower. It says paste the channel URL of a user to add as a managing moderator. So he's a managing moderator right now. Yeah. But he's not listed in the lower box. And I don't know how to do it because I don't have a code. I could drag him down there. Let me see. Nope. That won't work either. I don't want to mess it up. Let me see. Does it come up at all? Nope. Yeah, there's something wrong with this not bot. Something's not linking up at all. Let me see what he's. Hang on a minute. Delete it from managing. Put it in standard moderators. Yeah, I don't know how to put it in there. Now, that's something I never changed. It was just there in managing. I think Ryan put it there, but it did function for a while. Yeah, I don't know how to do it. I might have to wait, for your help, maybe, or Ryan, get with him and see if I can get it up and going. 'Cause something got off, and I never touched it. It was just basically got signed out. I noticed even with YouTube, I'm signed out constantly lately on YouTube. Yeah, I mean, it's bizarre. It started a few weeks ago. Started with a Windows update, actually, and then maybe some Google updates or Chrome updates. So who knows? But yeah, I'll get with you or Orion, see if I can get it going again. Like right now, I know it's signed in. It's a managing moderator. You think it would work, but it definitely is not. Even if I type, well, I'm on this end, so I don't think I'll do a bit of good. Nah, it usually drops in the chat, so it's not working. Anyway, guys, I'll see. Who else? Chessboard. YouTube Police is with us. Thank you for being here. I've called most of you out. Make sure I didn't miss anyone here. Yeah, I'm getting all chest congestion, starting to lose my voice again. All this pollen, everything's blooming around here. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that dang not bot. I'm afraid to delete it because I don't know how to put it back in there. But I'll go in there and mess with it, and I may be able to fix it after the show. But appreciate you guys and gals being here. It means a lot to me. You all take care. Catch you on the next one. Have a great weekend. I mean, maybe I might throw one up Saturday. Might throw one up Sunday, too. I actually got a new camera coming, so definitely I may throw one up and kind of get it tweaked and get it working. So have a good one, guys.